All right, ladies, gentlemen, crypto kitties of all ages, welcome back to Mike in the Morning, the most sensible place to get your crypto takes on the web. This is Mike. It is currently 2:17 p.m., so not the morning. LA time. Let's dig in. First off, let's take a look at Bitcoin prices. Things are pumping. I mean, across the board. On CoinGecko, if you just push down, the top 100, you're seeing green, just green, green, green. There are very few losers today. Zero losers. Wow. Crypto.com coin, CRO, down today. Aave, Uniswap, looks like the DeFi coins are taking a bit of a cool off because they've been freaking pumping like there's no tomorrow. OMG, Omisego doing pretty good today. Dogecoin up 18%. Wow, guys. So the theme for today is about retail money coming back into the foray. We see that the players who've been sidelined for years, even new money, is coming back into the space, and you can really tell that when things like Dogecoin, which has next to no utility in the actual crypto space, starts to pump. Last time this pumped, it was due to the TikTok crowd. Very, very interesting. So we have Bitcoin up 0.5%, Ethereum up 6.9%, XRP blowing it out of the water, 31.5% gain over 24 hours. This is Exuberance, guys. Welcome to Exuberance. We are back. It's been a long time. I think as everybody anticipates Bitcoin hitting its all-time high once again, which it hasn't done for 3 years, people are piling into all types of coins. I think a lot of new people are looking at things like XRP, whose fundamentals I don't think are very strong, but they know that it's some sort of banking coin, pile into this name. We see Chainlink up 8%, good for them. They've got lots of new stuff going on. Chainlink is an oracle, so they basically are a big data provider within the crypto space. So any other third party that needs to leverage crypto data, statistics, what have you, real-time stuff, they right now, the top top provider is Chainlink. Other ones include Band Protocol, Dia. So there are multiple options, but right now Chainlink is by and far the most preferable amongst the DeFi space and really crypto in general. Let's take a quick look at the crypto chart here for Bitcoin. So as you can see, we still have this buy rating at about 18.6K. We're actually below our days range, which is just doesn't seem to happen very often in the past couple weeks. Things have just kind of been pumping like crazy. You can see that we did need to maintain some sort of support above this the upper bound of this upward channel, which has been in the works now for the greater part of a year. And you can kind of see that we did go parabolic over this. Are we going to course correct? That is the question. We're looking pretty heavily overbought on the daily charts. MACD's looking like it's been pumping for quite some time. But you can just kind of see like we are far above the 21-day moving average here, this little blue line. And so we are potentially due for a bit of a pullback. It's been quite an exuberant ride again. I think I haven't seen this level of interest in the crypto space. And wow, look at this beautiful, juicy, juicy candle. It literally shattered the upper bound that's been here. So do we see a cool off back to, the 18.2 range by, the beginning of the year? Who knows? I know that November was quite a month for pumping. Will December be the same? Who knows? I think that we will see a test of that all-time high, if not by the end of the year, soon into the new year. And then after that, I think we'll see altcoins pump very, very hard. Let's make sure we zoom out. Let's see what we're looking like at the monthly chart. It's just beautiful, guys. We are 9 days and 2 hours away from our highest ever monthly close. If we were to close above this, if we were to close this monthly candle, it looks like anywhere above the 13,000. Yeah, we're definitely, things are looking pretty bullish. Let's move on. In Bitcoin news, there is a supply side shortage in terms of Bitcoin. Reporters are reporting that there is a shortage, and while those of you who have been familiar with the channel know that Grayscale has been sort of the largest player, it looks like PayPal is out here buying up some 70% of all of the new Bitcoin in circulation. So PayPal has started to offer custody of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash to its customers. It's 330 million customers. That's they have about as many accounts as we do citizens in the United States. So they need to service those customers, and in doing so, they are scooping up virtually all of the Bitcoin, which I think is just crazy. So you can kind of see that Pantera Capital, one of the bigger VCs in the crypto space, claims when PayPal went live, volume started exploding. The increase in bit volume, implies that 4 weeks of going live, PayPal is already buying almost 70% of the new supply of Bitcoin. So Cash App is also a huge player. I tell people, if you're not super invested in the space, you just kind of want to buy some Bitcoin quickly and not have to worry too much about it, you could buy it using Cash App. You can send that Bitcoin to other exchanges, or other wallets, which I think is pretty cool. Other people start their crypto career on Coinbase. It's up to you, but just know that there is an extreme shortage. There is a chart, I don't have it up right now, but that shows the amount of Bitcoin held on exchanges over time, and we can see that it's been decreasing rapidly for the past few months. And the reason for that is people are buying up the Bitcoin and just hodling it. They're just holding on to it, waiting for that price accumulation, price appreciation, and even people like PayPal, if they're not buying OTC or buying spot directly from these exchanges. So there will be a shortage, and I think that one reason why 2020 is different than 2017 was in 2018 is because all these institutional players are in the game now, and they are rushing, they are FOMOing in to make sure that they are not the last large liquidity provider, large exchange, I guess, to house Bitcoin. Because there's only a limited number, not to be forgotten there. Moving right along, Bitcoin soars after BlackRock says it could replace gold. Oh, I saw this article and I thought it was really interesting because it's their, where is it, CIO, their chief investment officer of fixed income, Rick Ryder, said in a CNBC interview that Bitcoin is here to stay. He thinks it's a durable mechanism that could take the place of gold to a larger extent. Or I guess he was asked this question and he said, yes, he does. Because so much more functional than passing around a bar of gold. Basically, the same thing that the entire crypto industry has been saying for years now is now being picked up, these bylines by these large institutional players. Isn't that amazing? But what I thought was super interesting about this in particular was Rick Ryder is the chief investment officer of fixed income. Fixed income, which, if you don't know, is bonds, right? So he leads that team strategy in the sort of roadmap and logical progression for that entire department. And to hear him speak so bullishly, I guess you might expect somebody like that to always kind of be sort of a bond heavy player, but um, even he thinks that Bitcoin is functional and is likely here to stay. So follow the money, right? I don't think it's hard to lose when you follow what the big players are doing. Next up, Ethereum news. So Ethereum's parabolic rally is being called a real possibility after Ethereum price surges to $547. Right now we're at $541, 7% above where it was yesterday. Ethereum's chart looks a lot like Bitcoin's, except for one major difference, and that being the percentage remaining until it hits its all-time high. So let's see if I can pull this up. Use the Coinbase. So, check out how, let's see, we are, yikes, we still have 160-ish% to run before we see Ethereum match what it did during the parabolic bull rise that it saw in Q1 of 2018. That's a lot of room to go. And realizing that most other cryptos are built on the Ethereum network, it's hard, and knowing just how bullish their product roadmap is, or how ambitious it is, it's just hard for me to understand why it's still looking so undervalued. Really, I think that it's because Bitcoin has been stealing the show, per se. It's been, the belle of the ball, perhaps. Let's just take a quick look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart here. I'm using the Kraken chart here, so on Kraken they still call Bitcoin XBT. Prior to it being BTC, it was called XBT. And wow, actually, it looks like we're seeing a breakout of, okay, I'm keeping my eye on this, because essentially Ethereum's been in this descending triangle for quite some time here. And this is generally signals a reversal. It's a reversal pattern. So as soon as we see Ethereum sort of break out here, and again, this is Ethereum as measured by Bitcoin, to me, this is really bullish. I think in the next couple of weeks, maybe the next month, we'll see more and more enthusiasm for Ethereum and the altcoins in general, because again, so many of the altcoins are built on Ethereum's code base. So yeah, bullish, I guess, on Ethereum. I'm really excited to see what comes out of Eth 2.0. That's going to be huge. And the DeFi space is almost completely powered by Ethereum today. Of course, there are decentralized exchanges coming out for Polkadot. I'm sure that they have something similar on, or that they will, on Binance Smart Chain, as well as potentially even Cardano. So definitely something to keep in mind here. My recommendation is not to be maximalist on one sort of ecosystem. You don't have to put all your chips into Bitcoin. You don't have to put all your chips into Ethereum. I would say invest in what you think will work, and realize that certain sectors of the cryptocurrency industry will have multiple winners. In fact, most of them will. Do you think there's only going to be one major price oracle? I bet not. That seems like it might be a risky way to run an entire currency industry. So yeah, that is the Ethereum chart. Um, so price is surging. DeFi coins. This came out. It's been 2 days, but DeFi tokens make triple-digit gains as Bitcoin price searches for support. This was as it was bouncing off, trying to flip that 18K level to support, which we talked about up here, kind of staying above this green line. And what we've seen is that all of the decentralized finance, DeFi, plays have seen really, really strong results in the past, I guess in the past week, but we saw Aave, huge lending protocol, up 9%. We see Uniswap, the biggest decentralized exchange out there, most popular, up 13.5%. Wi-Fi, Yearn Finance, yield farming. We'll talk more about that in another video. But up 17.5%. By the way, the cost per Wi-Fi is much larger than what it is for Bitcoin, but remember you have to look at market cap. It's not about the price of the coin, it's about the number of coins outstanding in circulation. So Synthetics up 10%, where you can make collateralized backed assets using their technology. So again, this is another theme that you can invest in. Decentralized finance. I think a lot of people thought that it was going to die after the Q3 cool-off period. Everybody who sort of missed that train the first time around has had ample time in October to buy up decentralized finance assets, but they are pumping. Honestly, if Bitcoin hits an all-time high, it's likely that we'll see all altcoins go on a tear as well. They usually lag Bitcoin, so Bitcoin pumps today. As soon as the Bitcoin hype is over, and we see a couple of days of consolidation on the charts, just sideways action, we usually see altcoins pump. So yeah, I'm using this time. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Bitcoin as it hits this $20,000 range. But I do know that altcoins have not pumped to the degree that they should just yet, although that they are up huge. So this is where I am investing right now. I thought that I would cover Ethereum 2.0 in more detail because I don't think that everybody fully understands what's really in this update. First off, Ethereum, built by Vitalik Buterin, and also wrote the code base for Ethereum. That's amazing. He's also developing Ethereum 2.0 and his team. Let me just skip down to what Ethereum 2.0 is. Essentially, the difference between the current Ethereum and the Ethereum of the future is that Ethereum 2.0 is going to offer much more scalability, flexibility, security. It's going to move from a proof of work. It's going to move from proof of work, which is basically having computer programs whirring and buzzing, doing complex mathematical computation that uses up lots of power and is pretty inefficient, to moving to a proof of stake mechanism. And what the difference is there is that proof of stake, rather than having the mining computers running all those computations, proof of stake uses validators. So a bunch of decentralized computers and crypto, I guess Ethereum-based assets, actually doing the work themselves. So rather than it being an energy-intensive solution, it is a synergetic solution that uses Ethereum to actually process the transaction. So the Ethereum 2.0 will roll out in a couple of phases. Phase 0, will be the implementation of the beacon chain, which stores and manages the registry of validators. Like I said, there's many different validators now involved, as well as deploying that proof of stake consensus mechanism, which is what they use to validate that the transactions are happening exactly as desired and that they're not fraudulent. There's supposed to be like 16,834, I believe, of those before Ethereum 2.0 even goes live. Phase 1, due in 2021, will integrate the actual sharding or proof of stake shard chains. And sharding, again, will just take that main blockchain and produce very many individual ecosystems that all can run on their own blockchain, or not their own blockchain, but they all run on their own contract. So you get much more scalability that way versus having all of the everything kind of go through that main Ethereum blockchain. So yeah, we're going to see much more scalability that way. Phase 1.5, I hate these middle phases like this, but essentially this will see the current mainnet become a shard and transition to that proof of stake consensus. So basically they're going to want to test it out for a couple of months, tweak what works, or excuse me, tweak what doesn't work, and then they'll move the mainnet to a shard itself. And then lastly, phase 2 will see it become fully functional and compatible with smart contracts. So all of the currency pairs will be compatible with individual sharded offshoots of Ethereum 2.0. So there's a lot going on here with Ethereum 2.0. It's been under works for a while, and this is one of those projects where the developers have pushed things back and back and back and back. But we have seen the mainnet for Eth 2.0 actually launched. It's going to give everybody that is using Ethereum right now, when Eth 2.0 launches, everybody using Eth 1.0 will benefit from that upgrade. So let's do a quick check-in on the deposit contract. I mentioned that we need some 500,000 ETH by 16.8K validators to actually launch by the 1st. And it looks like day over day we saw like a 7% increase. I'm not sure if this has to do with all of that unlocked Ethereum that was in the liquidity pool yielding on Uniswap, which has just ended. But I think that that's pretty amazing. I think people are getting really excited about Ethereum, and who knows, maybe we will see this go live by December 1st. Wow. And I just saw this actually just before I started recording this. Bitcoin Suisse is depositing nearly 100,000 ETH. So we need 336,000 more. And this one provider, through, I assume, many different nodes, will be used or deposited into this Ethereum contract to help it go live on time. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Of course, depositing into the contract for the purposes of launching Eth 2.0 actually locks it up for, I believe, a period of 2 years. But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you don't need to touch your Ethereum. Maybe you don't need to be trading it. Maybe it's something that you want to sit on and watch it grow. Lastly, I would be remiss if I didn't give some homage to XRP, which, as you guys know, I don't really believe in as a sort of, you know what, we'll see. We'll see what happens. XRP was, up some 30% as of this morning. As of now, we see it up, still 31.5%, but up almost 61% in 7 days, which is ridiculous. Again, I think that this is a sign that new capital is here and that they are trying to get into some of the popular coin names. Also, I believe actually XRP has a pretty interesting chart. where we've been kind of sitting at this resistance. We've been sitting sort of in this range here for so long. And we've finally broken out. So it looks like back to about, let's go like this. I'll get much better at trading view as time goes, I hope. Somewhere about here. Yeah, we haven't really seen it break over that for quite some time. We finally saw a break, so we're looking pretty overbought here on the RSI here as well, but you know, XRP, when it pumps, you know, it pumps. We did have a $3 XRP. I did see Dan over at Digital Asset News said he bought his XRP at some $2 and something cents. And of course, we really joke about this one being pretty much a stable coin because it's been like 25 cents for so long. Like, look, this is like August of 2019, and we've seen, you know, almost no movement from this guy for so long. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today. I'm obviously still a bit bullish, and I think that we'll see. I'm really interested to see what Bitcoin does in the next couple of days. I think that we'll see it either make that test towards the $20,000 mark, or I think it could get knocked down as far as, I don't know, high 17,000s, mid $17,000 range before it gets bought back up. There's just too much institutional money in this right now, and follow the money. Okay, good luck.